What's going on, people of the internet? My name is Kylie and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, September 23rd, and I feel like it's been a minute since I've actually sat down in front of the camera and spoke to you guys. So this is going to be a very quick garden update. Now, if you can see behind me, my garden is finally behind me. Like, everything feels right now. Everything feels cozy. I love the fact that my gardens are here and I'm not speaking to you with no garden behind me. You know, that just didn't make sense. So anyway, my garden's behind me. Everything looks great. We've got the let pot, the rain point, and the in bloom behind, as well as I had my row of Harvest Elites, and then I added my Harvest Basic 2.0. I think that's what it's called. And unfortunately, if you notice one of my Harvest Elites off, it's because my replacement Harvest Elite that I got with the warranty, the light actually decided to fail last night. So I reached out to AeroGarden yet again, and hopefully they're able to replace this one, because this was a replacement of one that was defective and needed to be replaced with the warranty. So I was within the 1-year warranty. Anyway, I made a whole video about that. So if your AeroGarden ever goes kaput and it's within that 1-year span, reach out to their customer service. I would probably reach out anyway, even if it's not within the warranty, just to see, you know, if you're a loyal customer, just reach out, see what they can do. But yeah, anyway, I unfortunately need to see about this one. If not, I'm probably just going to honestly end up buying another Bouncy Elite. I've got all my beautiful Bouncy Elites back there, all in a row, baby. Check that out. So, honestly, my favorite AeroGarden so far, because I haven't tried the farm, is the Bounty Elite, because it's so great. The great thing that I love about the Bounty Elite is the fact, obviously, it holds more water. But the light piece is interchangeable. You can take it off if your light goes out on your Bounty Elite. Versus a Harvest Elite, the light is stuck to the actual housing unit. So there's absolutely no way that nothing that I can do about it. Like, there's just absolutely nothing. I want to tinker around with it, but I also don't want to do that. So now I've got 2 defective Harvest Elites, and I just want to grow my plants. So hopefully that gets resolved. I did have 2 Tiny Tim tomato plants that were in that Harvest Elite, which are now... Actually, yeah, 2. So I had to transfer those 2 into one of these beautiful Bouncy Elites behind me, which unfortunately I don't want to cram one of those with 4 Tiny Tims. So I'm thinking that my original plan for my Mars Hydro buckets was I was going to add the Japanese spinach, but that unfortunately never germinated. So I started over. We will germinate that, hopefully. And so I was going to put Japanese spinach, and then I had a plan to put my Thai chili pepper in a bucket. That's doing fabulous. But I'm thinking, honestly, the fact that my Harvest Elite is down right now, I'm most likely going to transfer 2 Tiny Tim tomato plants either in one bucket. I want to try that out. I want to test it out. Or I'm going to add 1 Tiny Tim per bucket. So I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I was looking at another page, which is great. It's called Ditch the Fork on Instagram and YouTube. And what they do is they actually put 4 to 5 plants in one bucket. So I'm thinking I might experiment and might test that out. The last time I had a Tiny Tim tomato plant in one bucket, it got extremely large. It's a bushy plant. It's great. So yeah, that might be a little tough to control, but maybe not put 2 Tiny Tim tomato plants in one. I might just put 2 cherry tomato plants in one, or 3. So yeah, I'm still thinking about that. It's still kind of up in the air, but I know for a fact that I'm going to put more than 1 plant per bucket, most likely. I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these 2 Tiny Tim tomato plants. I could potentially go the kratky route. Again, all these things are just up in the air right now. I do have that trellis unit that the motor actually died on that unit. So what I had to do was I bought one of those air stones, for an aquarium, and I just added it into the bucket area. So it's kind of like a kratky method, but then I've got circulating water, so it's not really. So yeah, things are up in the air. I really do like the trellis unit because the plants have a chance to climb, and versus this garment rack here, it doesn't really have too much of a chance to kind of go through. So, but as far as everything else in the garden, things are looking great. Things are looking healthy. I did add more seedlings, so I am now germinating more chives, basil, 2 variations of basil, purple and Italian. I grew Thai basil before and I loved it. Oh, I love the smell of basil. It's just beautiful. I feel like this is just going to be a rant video at this point. I'm just talking your head off. This is just off the cuff. So, but yeah, that's everything that happened in the garden so far. Me busting out that Harvest 2.0, my Harvest Elite dying, me having to transfer the plants to other units. So that's what's going on right now. I know things are going to get very crazy in the next few weeks because things are growing, things are going to get bigger, and I'm going to need more space. So I'm thinking I need more. I need, obviously bigger container sizes. So I might just buy more buckets, more Mars Hydro buckets, because those are great. And obviously the more capacity, or the bigger the container, the bigger your plant has to grow, the capacity to grow. So that's why maybe getting a smaller unit isn't the best route to go. Because your plants, the size is going to be determined upon the size of the container. So, which is why these 5-gallon buckets are just amazing. So that's my very ranty garden update. And I might just film when I have to transfer the plants to the buckets. I don't know. If I do film, you will obviously know. But thank you so much for listening to me rant. And I hope that you have an amazing day. And I'll be seeing you until next time.